Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome from the BAF committee. The BAF committee has organized this event and a masterclass to help you all set up your own e-commerce store. Our session will be in the collaboration with the IIDE, that's the Indian Institute of Digital Education, which comes under India's one of the most renowned digital education platforms. Our session today will be conducted by Mr. Prathamesh Kavishkar. A warm welcome to you, Mr. Prathamesh. Now let's know a little about the speaker. So Mr. Prathamesh has an MBA degree from the Flames Business School. He has worked at the RBL, that's the Ratnakar Bank Limited, as a marketing manager. He's also worked as a marketing executive and a content writer on projects such as the Deadpool 2. In my opinion, the man has a lot to offer and we have a lot to learn. So let's listen attentively. A few more rules before I hand it over to him. As this is a masterclass and not a seminar, I would request all of you all to keep your videos on at all times. If you all have any questions, you all can send it to us on the chat box or raise your hand accordingly. After the seminar, we will have a question and answer session with our guest. After the seminar, we will also circulate a feedback form, so please do fill that. Those are all the rules from my side, and I'd like to hand it over to you.
Thank you so much, Ayush. Hi guys, hello everyone. Cams on. Okay, so let's begin. Description. So basically, I also am a co-founder of this e-commerce store called Gear Factory, which is an online instruments shop. Okay, and I will be telling you guys how exactly I have come up with this e-commerce store on this one website called Shopify. Okay, so we'll be learning and getting some hands-on experience on this website Shopify. So without any further ado, let's get started. And guys, during the lecture or during the webinar, if you have liked the content that we are offering, you can feel free to tag IIDE, you can feel free to tag me as well. Okay, so let's begin. So if you look at the screen right now, this was us maybe like 10 or 15 years ago. Everything used to be documented. We had books, we had a lot of files here and there. But today, maybe due to the pandemic or even before the pandemic, everything went digital. All of the data that we had, we now share it either save it either on our Google Sheets or maybe something on Google Drive itself. Do you guys agree? Like this transformation has happened over the last couple of years, right? Every single data, like even now, today we are speaking via Zoom. I'm sitting somewhere in Mumbai. You guys are sitting somewhere in Mumbai in different areas. But due to the pandemic, everything has changed and everything has now become digital. If you look at the screen right now, this is what we were maybe like 10, 15 years ago. And today, every single thing, like every news that we see, every news that we read, it's on InShorts or some of the other app. Okay, guys, let me ask you this. Honestly, tell me on chat or you can unmute yourself and speak as well. When you wake up, the first thing in the morning, what's the first thing you reach out to? Is it your mobile phone or is it like a glass or a bottle of water? What's the first thing you reach out to? You can put it on chat as well and be completely honest with yourself. When you wake up, the first thing you reach out is your phone or a glass of water. Phone. Okay, mobile phone. Everyone is saying phone. Nice. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, there's one person who has said glass of water. I respect that. Nice. Okay, great. Thank you guys. So every single day we reach out to our phones instead of going for a bottle of water, and that is a fact. There is no right or wrong with it. It's just what it is. Even speaking about payments, maybe due to demonetization or whatever it may be, every single thing has now become online. Instead of paying via cash, we actually prefer paying via Google Pay, Paytm, UPI, or any other platform like that. Okay. How many of you guys agree with this? You actually prefer paying it everything online itself, right? Nowadays, you don't want to go for give cash, go to the ATM and withdraw cash and all of these things. You prefer paying it online, right? If you guys agree with whatever I'm saying right now, just put a yes on chat. Awesome. Awesome. So if you look at the screen right now, every artist can kind of relate to this. Like we used to have this subject in school, I'm sure, like drawing, sketching, and all these things. But today, every like if you want to design something or we just want to be creative, we either go to Canva or something like Photoshop. If I want to edit something, the first thing that I'll go to is Photoshop, right? And yeah, either Photoshop or Canva. Now if you see the slide right now, I have two things. Like one is called a CD, one is called a pen drive. Can anyone guess what the third thing, what this green thing is all about? Does anyone here know? You can put your hand up, whoever videos are on right now.
The cabinet.
uh okay, it's Yukti and Ritika, you guys have got it correct. It's called a floppy disk. Okay, and here is a fact about floppy disk. So the total data that used to get stored on floppy disk was about 25 MB. Okay, imagine 25 MB. Even WhatsApp consumes like more space than whatever floppy disk used to offer back in the day. And if you look at today, every single thing has gone to Google Drive. Your notes, your lecture recordings, every single thing you can think of has gone to Google Drive. Even if you look at like different channels today, Star Movies, Z Studios, HBO Max has set up their own OTT platform today. So now everything is going digital. You would rather watch something on Netflix at your own time and your own pace instead of waiting till 8 o'clock till a movie shows up, right? How many of you guys prefer watching something at your own pace? Put a yes, yes on chat. Correct. Everyone does, right? We would rather wait for something, we would rather watch something at your own go, at our own time, at our own comfort while eating and, binge watching on some or the other show. So my point is, India is completely changing. Now, like if you think about it, 10 years ago, did you guys think that I would be sitting at home and paying my bills online or doing a lot of activities online itself? Did you guys ever visualize this? Like maybe 10 or 15 years ago. At that time, people in India weren't even that familiar with internet. Like it was just introduced and we had no idea how to deal with it. Back in 2009 is when YouTube kind of came into India with a lot of buzz around the world, and that's when everything kind of changed. And if you see this slide right here, this is what Geo has done. After Geo was introduced, can anyone of you guys guess before Geo came in what was the data price of mobile data before Geo came in? What was the data price of 1 GB? Okay, you guys can put it on chat. Like we used to have those scratch cards and used to pay for like how much was the amount? Like 200 to 300, 199. Okay, 200 to 250, 300, 700. Okay. So I guess Keshav and Karina Chirag around 400. Okay, nice. So you guys are partially right. Okay, it was about 250 to 300 bucks. Okay, that's how expensive 1 GB of data per month. Okay, that was per month of 1 GB of data. But today, if you think about it, Jio, Vodafone, Airtel, all these guys, they're offering more than 1 GB of data per day, not per month, not per week, but per day. That's crazy, right? Instead of having to, pay for calls, every single voice call, if you think about it, all of our calls are completely free today. And there's just one person responsible for that. So because of Mukesh Ambani, there are lots of things that have changed. Because of this, there are more cheap smartphones available in like smallest of the smallest cities. If you go to Amazon and type smartphones, and like if your budget is about 3,000 bucks, you will be able to find some or the other smartphone. So the whole point is, because of this, because of Geo, every single like even in the smallest of the smallest cities have now started getting access to like smartphones. And there's another person who is responsible for what is happening today. Now, guys, remember, keeping all of our political opinions and everything aside, we all, I think, we all agree there's this one person because of which India is not just India, India is now digital India. Can anyone guess who that person am I talking about?
Narendra Modi.
Correct. Exactly. Okay, guys, just give me a second. Okay. BAF committee, can you make me the co-host once? I think I've lost the connection.
You can share your screen.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. I'm the co-host. Okay. Guys, so because of cheap smartphones, because of Mr. Mukesh Ambani and lots of other people involved, because of these people and Mr. Narendra Modi, India is not just India. India is now digital India. Now, keeping all of our political opinions aside, do you guys agree to this statement? India is now digital India. If you agree to it, put a yes on chat. Awesome, 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 great. Nice. Okay. So here are some facts for you guys. Back in 2017, we had about 40 crore people present just on the internet. But if you think about it today, like in 2021, 82 crores of people are present on the internet. Can you imagine? Do you think this bar is going to go low in the next couple of years, or it's just gonna boost up? What do you guys think? Just unmute yourself or put it on chat as well. Anything is fine. But looking at the graph, I personally feel that it's just going to boost up, it's going to increase completely. And I personally think like Mark Zuckerberg's next headquarter, Facebook headquarters, should be in India itself. Boost up, boost up. Everyone is saying it's going to go up. Great. Now, coming to the point of today, e-commerce in India. If you think about it, if you look at all these graphs, like back in 2010, you had about 4.4 billion, like that was the whole value of e-commerce stores. Now, let me just quickly give you one example. Okay, during when the pandemic was like hit upon us, so my parents, they have diabetes, and I wanted to get some medicines for them, but I couldn't go down to the medical store, and there were lots of other problems that were there. So I just told my dad, why don't you try this app called, there's this medical app that I forgot as of now, because there are like tens or 15s of them. So I told him about this app, and he just downloaded this app, and I didn't do anything else. I got on with my work. So in the evening, I like receive a call from this guy saying that, sir, I have your medicines for you. I was like, I didn't order any medicines. My dad said, I have ordered them. So can you imagine, by telling him about the app, he has actually made a purchase about whatever medicines he needed. Imagine this scenario 10 years ago, when you did not have like enough internet and enough knowledge about it. Medicines was the last thing we would order online, right? Do you guys agree to this? Medicines were a no when it comes to like buying online. And not just medicines, I'm sure, like when Flipkart was introduced in India, Flipkart, Amazon, all of us were kind of scared about ordering anything online. Like what if the payment goes wrong or any small things here and there, right? Do you guys agree to it? Back when Flipkart, Amazon came in, we were a little scared, but today we trust it more than anything. Like we would rather order something online because we know there are options of getting refunds and all of that jazz is there. So guys, look at the graph right now. Do you think this graph after 2020 will fall, or do you think this graph just for e-commerce it's gonna rise? I want you guys your opinion, guys. What do you think? Rise up, rise up, rise. Okay, okay. Nice, nice. Okay. So here is another fact for you guys. So like for every part of digital, there was one year which kind of changed the entire game. So if you think about it, in 2008 the IT boom happened. Then in 2015, I would say, the OTT platforms came into India. Amazon Prime, Netflix, these guys introduced themselves. That was the year of OTT platforms. And 2020 was the year of e-commerce too. I'll give you a simple example of how one of my friends did like a fantastic job during the pandemic. So during the pandemic, we were not allowed to go out, and there were like lots of restrictions about ordering online as well. So what he did was he made a simple website just for our society, and on that website he just collaborated with one of the small vegetable vendors around us, and he just made an app just for our society. What he did was, on that app you could just order like which groceries you want, you can place in your order. That guy told the vegetable vendor, and he used to get the food delivered. So imagine how smartly during the pandemic he kind of made, like, added some or the other value to the customer, and eventually he has started growing into different societies. Can you imagine? Did any one of you think like how I can just make some or the other, just by one small idea he made, like he changed the entire game? Do you think this kind of a small business idea can kind of change the entire game for you? Do you guys agree to this? Even one small idea can like turn the table around for you. So the point is, just by these small ideas, every single aspect of e-commerce is growing, from the biggest of the biggest companies in the world like Apple, Google, to the smallest of the smallest, even groceries and vegetable vendors. Now they are coming online itself. Now, guys, I want to ask you this one question. Uh, how many of you guys actually now prefer going to a restaurant instead of ordering online? Which one do you guys prefer? I want to just get like one opinion from you guys. You can put it on chat. Going to restaurants. Okay. Okay. Going to a restaurant. Okay. Going out. Ordering online restaurant. Okay. Okay. Nice. Restaurants. Great. So, guys, the next time you go to a restaurant, just sit there for about 5 to 10 minutes. You will see some or the other Zomato or Swiggy guy coming in and picking up some or the other order. If you are someone who is ordering online, then he would probably be picking up your order. Okay, and this was probably not the case maybe like 1 or 2 years ago. So the point is, this graph is not going to fall in the next couple of years. There's just going to be a rise in this kind of a graph. Imagine Flipkart, when it was introduced, we were kind of scared about what this platform is all about. But back in 2018, Walmart acquired Flipkart for about $16 billion, and that's about 11% of India's income tax. Can you imagine $16 billion? How crazy that is. We had no idea what Flipkart was when it was introduced. We just thought it's an online store. And in I don't know, in India we had this perception that ordering online is like the very US kind of a thing. We did not feel like ordering online when it was initially introduced. But now you would much rather order something online than going something for offline. So guys, look at this timeline here. In 2000, in 1999, this was, I'm talking about global scenario. In 1999, e-commerce was introduced by Rediff, and in about 2000, like you had India Times Shopping and all these sites that came in. Similarly, you had IRCTC, like the biggest ticket booking platform even today. It was introduced in 2002, and eventually they introduced something in the terms of airlines. Now, if you see, just after 2002, in 2005, their competitors came in, Make My Trip, Yatra.com, and they knew exactly where IRCTC was going wrong, and that's where they corrected themselves. Similarly, Book My Show and Flipkart, they came into to the market in 2007 and kind of captured the entire market. Similarly, Myntra, then you had Snapdeal. These other guys just kept on coming in, and like if you think about it, today you have about a millions of e-commerce stores out there. And this is where the whole game changed. Amazon came in India in about 2013, and in 2014, since Amazon came in, Flipkart acquired Myntra to show, like, we are the real boss over here. So if you look at this slide right here, this is a perfect pair for you to buy, but I would rather buy it online because it's cheaper. How many of you guys think because of these online stores, the offline stores have kind of taken a hit or kind of affected their whole business? What do you guys think? You can put it on chat. Yes, absolutely correct. Of course, it goes without saying. But do you think these guys will, do you think these guys should kind of go online, or they should stick to completely offline itself? Because I'm sure, like you guys said, any one of us would, rather order something online than go offline. So why not actually just go online and, be a part of the whole committee itself, instead of just, saying I'm an offline brand, that's all I do. Go online. Okay, nice. Great. So guys, look at this slide right here. 10 most desired workplaces in India. This is a report by LinkedIn. Out of these companies, 10 companies, which one do you think is like on number one? Which of these companies do you think people actually want to work for? Like the most anticipated company. You can put it on chat.
Reliance.
Sorry?
Tata or Reliance.
Tata, Reliance, okay. TCS, Amazon, Tata, Amazon, Reliance, Alphabet, Reliance, Amazon, okay. TCS. Okay. So I see a lot of similar answers surrounding Amazon, TCS, and Reliance. So guys, here is another shocker for you. Out of
Zomato.
Zomato, okay. Swiggy, okay. So here is another shocker for you guys. The number one company, the most desired workplace in India, is none other than Paytm. Okay, here is just, even for me, it was a shocker, because TCS, like one of the biggest and the most, oldest companies from all these different companies, Reliance, Flipkart, still Paytm, which was introduced maybe like 4 to 5 years ago, people actually want to work for this kind of a company. Imagine, that's a complete shocker for me as well. Now, I don't know how many of you guys agree with this statement. So here is what I would like to say. Every business need not market online, need not promote all of their products online, but they at least need to be present online. Do you guys agree to this? No matter if you are an offline brand, you need to at least be present on online. If you think about your own habits, when you want to find out about something, the first thing that you do is Google about whatever you want to find out. Let's say if I want to find out about this shirt that I'm wearing, like I'll search for, like, black shirt, order black shirt online or something like that, right? So even if I am an offline brand, I need to be present online. Okay. So guys, let's do one thing now. Instead of just learning like the theoretical part, do you guys want to practically see how an e-commerce store works? Like, do you guys want to get some hands-on experience, or do you want to keep it a little theoretical? You guys want to get some practical exposure here? Yes, yes. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, guys. So I'm putting one link, or rather one website's name on chat. So this is the website. This is an e-commerce website where you can actually set up your e-commerce store. Okay, it's called Shopify, and this is what the UI of Shopify is. Okay, so first thing you need to do is create like a free account on Shopify. Now, while creating an account, Shopify will give you three options. One is like do like a 14-day trial. Second one is do like, you know, a monthly basis kind of a thing where you have to pay Shopify in like about $29. Or you can go for like they've recently introduced like a yearly package. Okay. So first thing I would recommend you is make a free, free trial version of about 14 days. And this, after you make it, this is what the dashboard would look like. Okay. Now, this is what the dashboard looks like. The first thing I would like to do is go and select this option, that is customize theme. Now I'm going to this option called customize theme. So first thing when a user comes to the website is he looks at the whole website and what it stands for. And once he sees the website, it kind of sets a tone in his head as to what it stands for. So I'm gonna, so like I said, like, you know, I have this e-commerce store related to online instruments. So this is like a secondary version of it that I'm showing you guys. So I'm going to this option called custom, and it will give me lots of options. I can make the website however I want it. For example, one place for all instrumental needs. We think you might like it here. Instead of we think you might like it here, I want to edit this part. And I'm going to write something like one stop music store. Anything. I'm just randomly writing this right now. And I'm going to go to click on back. And instead of this black guitar, I want it to be a different kind of guitar. So I'm going to this option called image with text. Now, instead of this image, I want to probably have a different image. So I'm going to like upload one image. For example, I've kept one image in my PC, and I'm going to go for something like this. I'm going to click on select, and it's done. Okay. Similarly, I scroll down, and this is the second part that I edited. Okay. And instead of image with text, I want it to be, you know, by all like Ibanez guitar, something like this. However I want, I can make the website and set a whole theme for the website. Okay. This is just about how the website UI would look like. Okay. I'm going to click on save for now. And exit this part. Did you guys understand the themes part? I just showed you how it is. It's just a basic about how your website would look like from the outside. Okay, you don't need a technical or a coding background, or you don't need to code a proper image and all these things. Did you guys understand this part? If yes, you can put a yes on chat or put a thumbs up for the ones whose videos are on right now. Okay. Awesome. Then the next thing is I actually want to like add products to my store. Let's say if Sakshi wants to set up an online t-shirt store. So I'm going to this option called products, and I'm going to this option called add product. In this, I will be seeing a couple of options where it's, let's say it's something like okay, this is the title. So when a customer will be looking at your website or this particular product, this is what would appear. Now, guys, make a note of this point. Whenever you're writing the title and the description in digital marketing, there is this term called keywords. Okay, so keywords are basically what any user searches for. For example, if I'm searching for mobiles under 20,000, so those are the keywords. So preferably you want to add those keywords in your title and your description. So when a user will search for those keywords, your website or your t-shirts and all these products will show up on the first page. Okay, so ideally use those keywords that you're best suitable for your products. Now van Heusen shirts, now I'm going to write and of course it goes without saying, like I can format it, I can make it bold. So this is what it would look like to the customer. So you got to think about it from the customer's point of view as well. So put yourself in the shoes of the customer and think, will I be interested in buying a product which will say Van Heusen shirts and black Van Heusen shirts for men, or do you think I will edit this kind of a part and look for something more legit? Okay, so think from a customer's point of view as well. Similarly, the next thing I'll do is add some kind of an image. For now, just for now, I'm adding this random image over here. Okay, I've added the image. The next thing is pricing. Now, the most important thing you need to know, pricing. Now, let's say if the t-shirt costs, the shirt costs you about 1500 rupees. Okay, this will be the price of the shirt. Now you see this option, compare at price. So that's basically, I'm going to write like 2000 bucks over here. Now compare at price is basically, you see one price and there's a strike off on that. And then you have the original price of the product. Okay, so that strike off is what the compare at price is. Okay, did you guys understand this? Yes. Awesome. For the ones whose videos are not on, did you guys understand whatever I've said till now? If yes, put a yes on chat. Awesome. Great. So now you have the compare at price. Now coming to the next part, that is cost per item. This is for your personal understanding and your personal, this is like the back end side of it. Cost per item, let's say this t-shirt is actually costing me about 1000 rupees. Okay, and it's showing me exact, like if the price is of about 1500 and it's costing me about 1000 rupees, I'm getting a margin about 33.3% and I'm making a profit about 500 rupees. Okay, so this is something for your understanding. The customer will not be seeing this at all. Okay, this is just for your calculations. Now charge tax on this product, that depends on the kind of products you're selling. If you are selling something like a t-shirt or something like guitars, there are chances like they will be taxable. And considering shipping charges and all the other problems, there will be a tax added to it. Next thing, coming to inventory. Inventory is basically what I will be having in my backend, like how many of these products do I have. So let's say in stock keeping units, I would write the name of the product. Okay, Van Heusen black shirts. And barcode is basically like the scan code that you have. I'm sure you guys already know about what barcode looks like. When you're scanning something, that barcode is something that'll show up. This barcode is absolutely necessary when it comes to something like FMCG products. Okay, make a note of this. If you're setting up an FMCG e-commerce store, barcode is very, very, very important. Now, I want to check on my backend, like let's say if I have about um, two or four of these t-shirts left in my inventory. This is a physical product, yes. And the next thing is weight of the product. I would say about 0.5 kgs. And it's asking me for my country. I'm going to write India. Harmonized system, it depends. You particularly need not write get into like harmonized systems at the moment. Now guys, this by far will be the most important thing you'll see. This is something called variants. Okay, this product has multiple options like colors, different sizes. So I'm going to click on yes, and it's showing me option 1 is of size. So if I have different sizes like S, M, large, XL. And I have another option as to okay, I don't want material and all, and I want to see like how many of S t-shirts do I have. I'm going to write 2. If I have about 0, I'm going to click on 0 itself. I have like 3 large products of Van Heusen shirts, and that's it. Okay, so I'm showing you guys this website on Amazon where let's say there are like different options of routers. So you guys see this option over here, AC 1200 MIMO, all these things. This is exactly what variants are. Okay, what I showed you guys just now, variants, this is exactly like the different options it's showing me. Okay, guys, are we good till now? Yes. Any doubts till now? You can put it on chat. You can ask me then and there as well. If we are, you can put a yes on chat. So guys, this is what it would look like. Okay, when anyone searches for Van Heusen shirts, this is what it would show up on in like the search engine of Google. Okay, I'm gonna click on save for now. Okay, you see this option, it's showing me added Van Heusen shirts, and I have added these products in my backend. Now the next thing you guys need to know about Shopify is something called apps. Now when I'm clicking on this option of apps, it's basically to tell me about how, what kind of express or delivery system I can use for my website. Now I want to go for something like FedEx or like AliExpress. Okay, those are some of the best shipping platforms out there. So I'm gonna search for let's say Alibaba. Okay, and it's showing me directly taking me to this app called Oberlo. Okay, guys, make a note of this app. It's very important, and it's one of the best apps out there for Shopify. This app is basically gonna take care of everything for you, right from the shipping to like inventory management. All of these things it will take care of you. So all you need to do is just add this app to your Shopify account and connect with it, and that's all. So Uberlo, make a note of this point. And here I just want to see what my website would look like. So I'm going to click on this option called online store. So you guys saw how we had made like the few changes just when we started with e-commerce. So this, it's just going to reflect here, and I can change it however and whenever I want. I can make the website as in how I want. Okay. Now you have themes, blog posts, pages, navigation, domains, and preferences. Lots of options. So blog post will kind of help you, let's say if you have a blog post related to 10 best t-shirts to look out, 10 best t-shirts or 10 best summer wears, something like these. So your blog post will help you rank on the first page of Google, which will eventually help you in getting more and more sales. Okay. Similarly, with different pages, navigations, domains, and preferences, these are just for your backends and your understanding and how do you actually get on the first page. Then I'm going to this option called settings. So I'm done with creating my website. I'm done with like shipping partners. The next thing is I need to set up how to make the payments. Customers need to make the payments, but I want to actually like have a smooth payment gateway. So I'm going to settings and I'm selecting payments. So once I go to payments, there are a couple of options it's showing me. One is PayPal, that is express checkout. So you can either directly go for PayPal for international payments. It's one of the good ways to go. Secondly, I don't, if I'm not shipping anything international, it's just for like local purposes, I can go to this option called alternative payment methods. And I'm going to select choose alternative payment method. So you'll see a lot of options like CC Avenue, EBS, G2A Pay, Paytm. Out of all these options, make a note of this, guys. I would highly recommend going for Razorpay. Okay, it gives you every option, and all of these are safe. But Razorpay, since it's been in the industry for a couple of years, it's one of the best out there. And it takes about the similar pay cut that everyone else takes, about 2 to 2.5%. Okay, so prefer going for something very simple like Razorpay. And let's say if I don't want like online payments, if I'm not comfortable with it, I want my customers to make like manual payments or cash on delivery. So I'm going to this option called manual payment method. I'm selecting this and I select cash on delivery. So here you'll need to put in additional details about what kind of cash, how much the product is going to cost and all these things, and payment instructions. Payment instructions are basically to how do you, this is something that they have added recently itself. So you can add things like our executive will be wearing a mask, he'll be wearing gloves, XYZ, and you can click on activate cash on delivery. It's done. Cash on delivery activated. Okay, so either Razorpay, and if you want to go for something like cash on delivery, it gives you the option of that as well. Okay. Okay, guys, are we good till here? Any questions on how to set up the whole e-commerce store? Are we clear? If we are, you can put a yes on chat. If not, you can unmute yourselves right now and speak. Awesome. Great. Guys, it's pretty simple. Like Shopify is giving you all the options about how do you set up an e-commerce store right from scratch. And before even investing something, it's giving you a 14-day trial. So what I would recommend is you first decide on a product, or here is how I would actually recommend you starting off with something in e-commerce. First thing is is you need to understand the customer's pain points as to what exactly is the need of the hour. Like how my friend did it with, during the pandemic with the grocery store that he set up. That was the need of the hour. Similarly, you have to think like what, let's say Ayush. Now Ayush is thinking, have like, I want to set up something. Want to have my own uh, website which kind of deals with bags. Okay, I want to set up an online store for bags. Now the first thing he'll do is see what exactly are the different price ranges in bags. How will my product be different from others? Okay. Similarly, he will be researching upon who exactly will buy my bag. Now he'll need to make something like, I'm putting one thing on chat. He'll need to make something called a buyer's persona. That is basically understanding about who exactly your buyer ideal customer is. So an ideal customer can be something like, he or she is between the age of 20 to 25. Then they stay in somewhere around Western line, somewhere around Goregaon or Andheri. Then the next thing is they are comfortable with online shopping. They are quite up to date about the various trends that are happening. So the kind of things that I mentioned, this is what a buyer persona is. Okay, a fictitious representation of your ideal customer. After I make the buyer's persona, I will understand exactly who my target audience is, and I will be targeting them accordingly. After this is done, I will, set up this kind of an e-commerce store and start making ads. So these are the people who will be seeing my ads and coming to my website. Now, I'll just give you like a simple calculation. Okay. Let's say Ayush is making his e-commerce store related to bags, and he's investing about 2,000 rupees for a Facebook or a Google ad. Okay, now he has invested 2,000 rupees, and the bag costs you about, I don't know, $1,000. One bag costs you about $1,000. And with investing 2,000 rupees, he has targeted about, let's say, 500 people. Out of those 500 people, 100 people have actually seen that ad properly. Out of those 100 people, 50 people have clicked on that ad. Okay, 50 people. Out of those 50 people, only 10 people are actually interested, have added the product to their cart. Out of those 10 people, only 5 people have actually purchased the product. I had targeted 500 people, out of which 5 people purchased the product. Ayush had invested 2,000 rupees, and every bag is costing you about 1,000 rupees. So 5 people purchasing one bag. So about 5,000 rupees is something you got in return. You invested 2K, you got 5K in return. Okay, that's a good investment plan. So after you make all of these customers, buyers persona and all these things, is when you will be able to do things. This small math, how just by setting up, just by one idea, you can actually get the proper return on investment. Okay, coming back to the slides. So we saw like how you can actually set up an e-commerce store. But other than this, there are quite a few reasons why it's quite easy to sell online. And guys, make a note of the next few points that I'm about to mention, because this will kind of support and help you create an e-commerce store in a very smooth way. So firstly, whenever you want, you can actually see it, like Amazon, any other e-commerce store you can think of. 24-hour visibility. Even at 2 a.m., I can check it online about the different products. Next thing is global reach. I'm sitting here in India, in Maharashtra, and I can target people sitting in US and sell them a product or a service. Next thing is called efficient customer service. One thing that always sets an e-commerce store apart from the others? Can any one of you guys think and tell me like one thing which always makes us come back as customers every time? What is the one thing that will make me want to buy an Apple product every time? Can you guys put it on chat? Like, what's the one thing that gets you to an e-commerce store every now and then? After sales service. Okay. Anything else? Anyone else, guys? Easy comparison of products. Nice. Okay. Purchase experience, quality of the product. Correct. Nice. Okay. Comfort. Correct. Okay. Saves time. Nice. Okay. Easy returns, discounts, varieties of products. Correct. Okay. Guys, so almost all of you guys are correct, but one thing that always makes me come back as a customer is something called a customer retention. Okay, because Apple is constantly telling me about the different products or services that they have, they're constantly upgrading me and updating me on the products that they have. So whenever I see a new product or whenever I see a new product, so customer retention is the key to everything over here. No limit to time and space. So you need not particularly have like a proper storage unit where you can keep all of your inventory and all of these things. You can keep it on order basis. So you can actually just function on laptop and actually sell all the products that you want. High degree of personal customization. Now, if I receive an email from or if I send an email to some, let's say Sakshi, I send an email to Sakshi saying, hi Sakshi, you had visited our website and you had added products to your cart, but you didn't purchase it. And here is some discount for you or something like that. So, the first line that I said, hi Sakshi, you had visited our website. So it feels like I'm customizing the message for her. Okay, it's curated for her. So high degree of personal customization always helps in getting better sales. Then customer journey is faster. Now, something called customer journey. Think about the last time you purchased a product, purchased a mobile phone, let's say. Now, the mobile phone journey was something like, I'm sure for all of you guys, it must have been like, I spoke to my family, my friends, asked them about which products, let's say if the family has given me a budget about 30,000 to 40,000. So I searched for products accordingly. I asked around my friends. I did my Google research. So let's say if I came across something like OnePlus, okay, I came across OnePlus and I saw all the good reviews on the first page. There's a technique to how do you get all the good reviews on the first page, something called online reputation management. Make a note of it, ORM. Okay, so I see all the good reviews, I see unboxing videos and all of these things. I do all these chores and I ultimately I'll buy a product. Customer journey. When it comes to e-commerce store, customer journey is comparatively faster. Then this is something that I had mentioned a while back, something called keywords. So what we search for, let's say phones under 25,000. This is a search term that I had searched for. So phones under 25,000. These are different keywords. Now you have to think from a customer's perspective. Let's say if I want to buy a laptop, then what exactly will I search for on Amazon or Google, right? I'll search for laptops under 50,000 or something like gaming laptops, right? These are the keywords that I would actually use on my website. build an interesting and captivating brand goes without saying. Like how told you guys how to set up a theme, it kind of helps you build a proper brand for yourself. Then the most important thing is identify and solve a customer's pain point. Customer's pain point is, let's say I don't want to actually, I'm not comfortable with the with something like ordering online or ordering food online. Okay, so I would give the customer the option of going to the restaurant and picking up the product. So this is a pain point, but still he would actually go ahead and research it online. So that's the pain point. Then identify and cater to customers passions. If the customer is something is into something like music, or is into something like reading books, or something like reading online Kindle, so that's the customer's passion. So I will be targeting these kind of customers who are inclined towards something. Then follow your own passion. It's in, if you're setting up your e-commerce store and if it's getting gonna be successful, you're basically doing it for yourself. And look at the opportunity gap. Where exactly are my competitors going wrong? And I have to think accordingly. Like, this is an untapped market. I will go into this market and grab the exact customers that I want. And utilize your experience and expertise. Obviously, goes without saying. So, guys, take a look at this slide and take a screenshot or make a note of this. While setting up, after you set up your e-commerce store, you can probably get your, you should probably get your own domain like from GoDaddy or Big Rock. Then create your own website. Since you'll be creating the website on Shopify itself, you don't particularly need to look at the third step because you'll be doing that manually. Then payment gateway, like I said, Razorpay is the best one out there. And tie up with courier partners like FedEx, Blue Dart, and I've told you guys one app through which you can do that. That is called Oberlo. Okay, it's one of the simplest and the most beautiful apps out there. Now, other than Shopify, there are a couple of websites on which you can set up your e-commerce store. Shopify being the most easiest one, and it has a pretty simple user interface, is why everyone goes for Shopify. Similarly, you have Zippo, CartRocket, Build a Cart, Build a Bazaar, and YoCart. These are the different options. Or if you have like some basic coding experience, you can either code your own website or you can set up a website on WordPress. Now, guys, from whatever we've learned, first thing you need to do is make a free Shopify account. Second thing, customize a theme. You need to set a proper theme for your website, which will define, which will set a tone for whatever you're doing. Secondly, you need to add the product. After you do, there are 4 sections that you need to focus the most on. That is the customers, analytics, marketing, and discounts. So analytics part will actually come in last, because after you've marketed it, after you've sold a few products, you'll be able to see like who exactly are the people who have bought my product. I have targeted X number of people, but Y number of people actually bought my product, right? So these kind of analytics help you make your further decisions. And last thing is called apps. Apps are basically what we looked at, like Oberlo is one of the apps. Okay, these kind of apps you need to integrate with your Shopify website and you're good to go. Okay, guys, any questions still here about how do you set up your e-commerce store? Any questions related to like the technical aspects of Shopify? You can put it on chat right now. I'm here for a while, so you can put all of your questions here. And I'll be giving you a few tips and tricks to how do you get started on setting up your e-commerce store. But before that, you can put all of your queries on chat right now. Okay, guys, any questions? If you are clear with whatever I've taught you guys till now, you can put a thumbs up or you can put a yes on chat. If you guys have understood it, please put a yes on chat. Okay, okay, yes, great, great. Okay, great. Uh, okay, from where can we reach out to supplies or producers of a product? Now, great, good question, Shubham. So basically, Shubham, firstly, in order to sell a product or a service, you need to have a clear idea about what you're selling. Let's say if you're selling something like a t-shirt, then you need to reach out to some local vendors of yours and try and, let's say if you're selling something like customized t-shirts, like you want to write their names or their photos here, you need to reach out to some local vendors of yours and tell them about your idea. Okay, this is where you'll be actually telling them that you'll be getting out of xy products that I sell, here is what you'll be getting a cut of. Okay, let's say 20% will be your margin, and that's it. This is how you can actually approach and get started with your products. Similarly with different, like how I mentioned bags and everything, you can do a similar thing with that. Okay, guys, any more questions? You can put it on chat right now. And my colleague Dhwani will be joining in now. Dhwani, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Awesome. So, if you can give me, okay, I can share my screen. Okay, awesome. So, hi everybody. So before I get started, I want you guys to go to the chat and tell me how did you find today's session? Awesome, amazing, interesting, knowledgeable. Quickly, in one word, let me know how did you find today's session? Informative, Yukti says, okay. Drashti, Soumya. Okay, awesome. I have 42 people out here. So all of you guys, quickly let me know how did you find today's session? Okay, awesome. All right, very amazing. So it was indeed a very informative session. Okay, awesome. Okay, guys, so I'm really glad that you guys learned your way through in today's session. Now, I am going to quickly introduce myself and show you guys some interesting things and tell you something about IID. But just hold on for a minute. Okay, awesome. So you guys had a very interactive session today with Prathamesh on build your e-commerce store in 1 hour. Now, I quickly want to introduce myself. My name is Vanisha and I'm a strategic marketing specialist at IIDE. I am a digital marketing expert myself and I've got a chance to train over 1,000 students in digital skills. And apart from IIDE, I am a certified French trainer. So that's a little description and introduction about me. But today's session was about you guys and I want to keep it up to that. So let me introduce you guys to IIDE. But before that, if you want to take screenshots of any other slides, or if you can just scan this name tag and follow us on Instagram, so that will kind of help you to know more and more about the free workshops and webinars that keep on happening every day, every week, I'm sorry. So moving on, talking about IIDE, it's the organization that Prathamesh and I represent. It's Indian Institute of Digital Education, which is India's #1 digital institute. We've been awarded by Indian Education Congress as or as India's best digital learning institute of the year. And we take pride in introducing 3 of our main programs, and those are #1 is a postgraduate program in digital marketing, which is an 11-month on-campus program. Now, this program is for somebody who's very sure in making a career in digital marketing and surely is a graduate. And it's a 2-month, and it's a program with 2 months compulsory internship, on-campus program, full-time program with guaranteed placements. Again, but program is very relevant to people who are graduates, but you guys out here are still undergraduates, nearly 16, 17, 18-year-olds. So for you guys, something that can be done, and that's in the bucket, is our advanced digital marketing certification, which is a live instructor-led live course where the trainer is going to come live and talk to you and solve all your doubts the way Prathamesh and I did or will do. So this is basically the 3-month course that we have, and the certificates are going to be in alignment with Google and Facebook. And also, so you'll be certified by IIDE, which is a very well recognized certificate out there in the industry. So if you think that you want to learn about digital marketing and want to work sometime in the future, but not sure, this course is surely something that will help you gain edges over others. Moving on to the third one, this is a self-paced video courses. These courses are pre-recorded courses. You can watch it anytime, anywhere, and on any of your devices. Now, these people who are actually on the screen right now, who are at the video that's being played in front of you guys, these are the people who represent in the companies like Google, Facebook, and also the owner of the company, that's Karan Shah. He's recorded a lecture for you guys. Also, this individual out here, he is the recognized licensed Facebook trainer. So that is something like we've got high tech people out here who are giving lectures for you guys. You can learn from them. Now, these courses are well updated and are also taken by 43,000 students all across India and outside of India. Now, basically, if you find this course is not worth it, you also have a money back guarantee. And 7 days, if you don't like the course, you can get your money back. Well, that is about the 3 courses that we have. But for you guys out here, you 40 people out here in this webinar, there is something that we as IID recommend to you, which is a 3-month instructor-led live course. I've already told you about the details where like basically it's a 3-month course and my trainer is going to come live and train you guys and solve all your doubts. It's an everyday course. Plus, this course is starting from 24th of February and it's priced at 75,000. Well, this is inclusive of GST. And if you think that you can really make through, you think you really want to do this course, there is something like a scholarship available out for you guys. I will take you guys to the scholarship page and share the link as well so you can check it out for yourself in the future. Basically, in the future means one day, because the scholarship is available only for 24 hours to you guys. So all you have to, the deadline I told you, it's tomorrow. And basically, you need to be 16 years of age. So go to the chat and quickly tell me, oh, yes, if you are 16 and above. Okay, Mausa, yeah. So you guys are all 16 and above, I'm sure. Okay, awesome. Now, the eligibility for this scholarship is you need to be 16 years and above and 75% or a CGPA of 7.5 out of 10. But now, if you guys think that your CGPAs are a little less, it's fine. You can apply for the test because all that matters is the scholarship test score. So depending upon your scores, my counselors will give you a call. So the process of applying is you apply for the scholarship, you watch a video, which is a live masterclass by Karan Shah. It's a 40-minute masterclass, which you get to watch for free. So you watch the video, and after watching the video, you get to take the scholarship test. So that's the process of how you apply for the scholarship test, guys. And also, what are you going to learn out here is you'll learn how to build your own website. Like, you must be thinking that coding is tough. It surely is, but WordPress is not. WordPress is very easy. You'll learn WordPress and make a website literally in 3 to 4 days of time. So that's build your own website. You'll learn how to bring your website on the first page of Google without paying anybody. The third thing is you'll learn how to make Google ads. You can earn money easily just by making Google ads. You can understand where your audience is coming from and what sort of audience is coming to your profile by analyzing the website traffic. You'll learn the essentials of making a design and what kind of logo suits for your company. You'll learn the essence of color theory. You'll learn social media marketing, that's basically your Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn ads. You'll learn online reputation management. So basically, you guys, when you shop online, do you buy a product without reading the review? Go to the chat and tell me yes if you read the review and then buy the product on Amazon. You guys tell me a yes. Of course, if the product costs, even if the product is costing us just 2,000 bucks, we'll still read the reviews of people who are writing it and then make a purchase. And that is why, guys, it's very important for a brand to ensure that people are writing good, people are talking good about their brands out in the public. So that is where your online reputation management comes into picture, and you'll learn how to do that. You'll learn email marketing, one of the best forms of marketing in today's time. You'll learn how to get your app on the first page of App Store. Well, today you did learn about building your e-commerce store in 1 hour, but you'll also learn in detail how to build your own e-commerce website end to end. And more importantly, that's it, guys. Now I'm going to take you to the website, the scholarship page. So if in case you're interested to apply, I'm also going to share the link out here if you are really interested in applying for the scholarship. The chances of you getting a scholarship is very high if you score really well. And secondly, there are chances of getting up to 30% off. So basically, that's somewhere up to 25,000 off on 75,000 you will get. So again, the process that I told you is apply, watch the video, and that's how you'll get your scholarship. Your eligibility here, it mentions 18 years, but you can surely give this scholarship test. Well, here's the form you guys can fill in, and you guys can fill in your name, number, email ID out here, and that's how you'll get the access to the video. I already told you guys what are you going to learn. This is what you'll learn. These are the tools that you'll master, which are very essential if you want to work as digital marketers. Well, that's it from my side. If you have any other questions, guys, I'm here to take. So did you guys like the 3-month course that I was offering to you guys, and would you apply for the scholarship? Go to the chat and tell me yes if you will. Guys, go to the chat and let me know. Okay, guys, I'm done. If you have any other doubts, you can surely ask around.
Okay, before the speaker leaves, I just wanted to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of the BAF committee. We're really thankful that Mr. Prathamesh spent his precious time gracing our occasion, and we had the opportunity to hear his thoughts, and it's definitely going to encourage us for future events. Your thoughts have enlightened our minds and shown us a new path. Thank you for adorning the occasion, and we look forward to having more sessions like this in the future.